Hi all, my name is Mika Karpala and I'm from Loihde, as we saw in the introduction video. Great to be here on the physical stage. 2 years ago I gave presentation also in cybersecurity executive, and that was pretty different situation. I stayed camera in studio, nobody out there for 20 minutes, but great to be here. Loihde is here because cybersecurity is of course one of our key business areas. And we have been doing cybersecurity for more than 140 years. So pretty long time in the industry. And today I will tell you about the case that happened to a publicly listed company in Finland. And company is significant size company in Finland. And in this case, we prevented actually cyber catastrophe with our expertise, cooperation with customer, and also luck played role in timing. I don't know exactly the name of the company, so it's anonymized. Our Cybersecurity Operations Center has published this instructive story with the permission of our customer. So let's get started. So I think most of you in the audience are decision makers, right? At least that was how the event was sold to us. And some of you might be from sales. Anybody from sales? Yeah. So let me introduce these characters. They are not real. The case is real. There is Pekka, who is the sales guy working at that company. And there is Brian, who is working at their customer in procurement office, leading the procurement. And they have been negotiating about very big deal. The deal of Pekka's life, very big one. And Brian is looking for a partner for next years for very important project for them. A big deal. And they have been negotiating about the deal for quite a long time. So Pekka is a little bit nervous, as you can see. Actually, I love AI, drawn by AI. So Pekka is a little bit nervous. Holiday season is about to start very soon. Some people and some colleagues have went for holidays already. And Pekka knows that Brian is going to send this information in any minute. Who is going to be the chosen one? So you know, if you have been in role of decision makers or a sales role, you know this feeling. It's so exciting. The most fascinating part of the deal when you are negotiating. It's very nice for Brian as well to send this nice message to Pekka. Pekka, you will be the chosen one. And Pekka is really waiting for the message. And finally, he got it. Oh yes, you know the feeling when you get the email. Hi Pekka, this is Brian. Congratulations, I'm happy to inform you that you have been our partner for next years and so on and so on. But we have just a few issues to solve. Please take a look to attachments I included in the mail. And Pekka thinks that what is going on now and checks that, okay, this is really Brian. It's from Brian's email. And this is written as Brian writes. So everything seems to be okay. And then Pekka goes and opens the attachments and double clicks them and maybe installs something. Okay? Let's stop for a second here. So we are not going to have any voting, but could this happen to your organization, some of your users, or maybe yourself? Yeah, maybe. When you are excited enough and you double check things, and Pekka just clicked those attachments. But what Pekka didn't know, that email wasn't actually from Brian. Not at all. Criminal group attackers hijacked Brian's email, meaning user account and password, and they sent that email as Brian would have sent it to Pekka. And this is the beginning of chain of events that rapidly started just after Pekka double-clicked and installed those attachments. So what actually happened, let's take a look to attacker's plan and execution. Ransomware grab. First of all, let me see if this, yes, no, doesn't work. In the first phase, they stole Brian's user account and password combination credentials somehow. And then they followed in the second phase Brian's email messaging to different contacts, different companies, and they found out, okay, this is interesting. There is something going on with Pekka's organization, and Pekka is really waiting for the real email, the right email. And then they imitate Brian's style, Brian's language. Everything was just like Brian. And they sent that email to Pekka and included malware to that one email. And Pekka opened that email. And then that gave them access to many things. They had a set of tools, Quackbot, Cobalt Strike, Bloodhound at this case, and that gave the group access to the network, and they were able to move laterally in the network. They were able to find vulnerabilities at domain controllers over there. You know, king of the network, domain controller, admin. You don't want to give access to criminal groups to your domain controllers. But that's what happened because they had vulnerabilities unpatched on those domain controllers. And those tools can find those unpatched vulnerabilities. So, and that happened very quickly, and it was easy task at this case for criminals. Sometimes it can take a long time, but in this case it took less than 1 hour, actually. So the next phase is to pass firewall, get remote access to those resources, implement ransomware, and of course, the main target is to get ransoms. With that group, the average ransoms paid to them more than 1 million average. The highest ransom known paid almost 10 million. So we are talking about big money. So that is their target. But in this case, and this is the luck part, partly luck, that company, Finnish company, had decided that they will implement SOC services, at this case with us. So our Security Operations Center group was in the beginning of implementing services at that customer, in the beginning. And if you know Security Operations Services, it includes a lot of things that typically are implemented. But in this case, we had firewall logs and domain controller logs visibility to our Security Operations Center and under monitoring. And what they saw there was alert based on 2 things. Traffic that happened in the firewall that was blocked, and then because that vulnerability has been out there 1.5 years, why not patched? Because it causes a lot of work, harm, downtime, and so on. They were unpatched. So we had rules for those vulnerabilities, and we were able to see that somebody is right now using those vulnerabilities. So, and that was the luck part. So it was stopped in the very, very last phase. It's 100% sure if that happened, that not happened. So the end result was completely different. And actually, a few words about the DFIR, again, nice acronym in this industry. So incident response process started, so critical escalation, of course, domain controllers restored from the backup, office isolated from the network, user accounts disabled, workstation disabled, EDR implementation done properly, and so on, so on. So not in a particular order, but a lot of things happened. One thing actually I forgot to mention that the customer didn't have any extra email protection implemented in their standard email environment. Sad to say, but it's not enough that you have the big service provider providing you email and collaboration services. You need typically more email protection. And also they had some malfunctioning at their EDR workstation level, and nobody wasn't really monitoring them. So a lot of things happened after that, and we were able to stop that attack at that time. A lot of work and a lot of luck in this case. After their investigation, this is our most probable scenario. The group was Black Basta. Maybe somebody has heard about it. Not a group of nice teenager hackers, very serious criminals. They are well known as they are very impactful, very fast. In this case, everything happened within 1 hour. It depends on the environment, of course, but it can be very, very rapid. We know that it wasn't AI. Why? Because they made some typos that AI doesn't make. It was a human, group of humans. So within 1 hour of Pekka's leak, data would have been stolen and encrypted. So this is the way how they operate. They steal the data and they encrypt the data. And there is an example of readme txt file. Your data will be published on website if you don't pay ransoms. And there is a longer version of the txt file. Don't contact any authorities, don't contact any consultants. We know if you are doing that and so on. So very bad situation if that happens. So we also know that very serious situations was avoided. Remarkable costs in all cases. Some customers pay ransoms. I said that this group, average ransom over 1 million. The highest one, well known, 10 million. Some of the customers, some of the environments they have been able to break. ABB, Capita in the UK, loss was more than 135 million euros, not ransoms, but loss. So very, very serious group. And business downtime and reputation damage. They haven't been very active in Finland, but some cases are well known, mostly in the US and critical infrastructure. I think it was 16 out of 18 critical industries they have been attacked. Almost all industries. A lot of healthcare, so very bad group. Some learnings. How can we minimize the risk of this happening? I said already, a malicious email should have been blocked. I really recommend implementing something extra on your email cloud. When we do this kind of proof of value or proof of concepts to our customers, where we put extra protection on their Microsoft cloud, we see a lot of things going on, getting to the customers' end user email boxes. So you need something more. Well-functioning EDR at workstation, of course, that is a default, but also you need someone that monitors what is happening. If something bad is happening, you need to know that. And multi-factor verification bug by Pekka. I tried to find the right term for that, but I didn't find, so I invented one. So Pekka should have picked up the phone and said, "Thank you for your email, Brian. I saw some requests. I would like just to double check that this is you." That would be the end of the case. Pekka was trained, so he checked that it is from Brian, but just pick up your phone or send a letter or send a fax. Don't reply to that email because that group gets that email and says, "No worries." I just heard one case this morning from one customer. "No worries, everything is okay. Just put your username and password there. Or just click the attachments. Don't use that email. Something else. WhatsApp, SMS, mobile phone, whatever." Everybody knows. Known vulnerabilities must be patched. Secure network implementation. This is very critical part. Segmentation, zero trust or whatsoever. We heard a couple of recommendations on earlier presentations, a lot of things can be done by designing your network properly. SOC 24/7. In this case, as said, less than 1 hour. There is no time for take a look situation in the morning or after weekend. What has happened? You have to react very fast. And I really appreciate these professionals who are working on these operation centers. Think about situation when you see a criminal group attacking your customer and you are there in the middle of the night and you need to make a decision what you're going to do. How can you block that attack? It's a very demanding job. Security practices, continuous development, of course, and training for all teams. So this is something that end users can do. Multi-factor verification and training so that they are well trained, together with continuous development and security practices. Multi-factor verification. If you remember one thing from my presentation, this is something when you go back to your people and what they can do in this kind of situation. Pick up your mobile phone or fax or letter or whatsoever and double check that everything is okay. Thank you for your time. It was my pleasure to give this presentation to you.
Thank you, Mika. We have a few questions. You mentioned the cybersecurity center. What kind of role does it play in this whole example?
Yes, actually, I saw it right there. So it's very important that we have ability to react and also develop these. And it's good to see that more and more Finnish companies implement security operations center services. It's hard to imagine a situation that how can you be without those 24/7.
How aware are Finnish companies of these services?
More and more, as I said, smaller and smaller companies implement this because of course, the price tag is one thing because they are affordable nowadays. But 24/7, that's the keyword there. Criminals don't appreciate our open times.
Unfortunately not. Thank you so much, Mika.
Thank you.
Thank you.